Good evening students. Today we start with the second lecture of special theory of relativity. The most important topic of this unit is the mass energy equivalence E equal to mc square. This is important topic. Now to derive the equation E equal to mc square, we will use the basic concept from Newtonian mechanics about the kinetic energy and force. Now we know that the kinetic energy of a body is the total work done, or this is the energy required to do the work in by the applied forces in particular direction, or this is what we know about the kinetic energy. Now the work done dW, let dW be the work done by the force F bar in moving a body through a displacement dr bar. Then we know that dW is equal to F bar dot dr bar, that is force into displacement is the work done. Now let the work go into the increasing the kinetic energy capital T of the particle, that is dt is equal to F bar dot dr bar. So dividing by dt, we will get dt by dt, that is equal to F bar dot dr bar by dt. Now rate of change of displacement is nothing but velocity. So if u bar is the velocity of the particle, then we will get rate of change of kinetic energy capital T is equal to F bar dot u bar, where u bar is the velocity of the particle. Now we know that force F bar, according to Newton's second law, we have force is equal to rate of change of linear momentum. So I can write force F bar equal to dp bar by dt, where p bar is the linear momentum, which is mass into velocity of the particle. So it is p bar is equal to m into u bar. So I just rewrite it ddt of p bar dot u bar. So ddt of mu bar dot u bar. Now we use here product rule of differentiation. Since m is different in different inertial frame of references in relativity, therefore it is not constant, so it is changing, and therefore while taking the derivative with respect to time t in relativistic mechanics, we are not keeping m is constant, it depends on the velocity u, and therefore we can use the product rule of differentiation, and we can write it as m constant derivative of u bar plus u bar constant into derivative of m. So it is m into du bar by dt plus dm by dt into u bar, and this dot product u bar as it is. Now further simplifying this, we can write it as m into du bar by dt dot product with u bar plus dm by dt u bar dot u bar. Again this is equal to m into u. Now what is u bar? U bar is the velocity, and we know that u bar square, that is u bar dot u bar is equal to u square, and therefore 2u into du by dt is same as 2u bar dot du bar by dt. So 2 will get cancelled, and we can rewrite u bar dot du bar by dt as u into du by dt, and therefore first term can be written as u into du by dt plus u bar dot u bar, again this u square, so we have just rewritten this value. Now what is m? In relativistic mechanics, relativistic mass m is equal to m naught upon square root of 1 minus u square by c square. So we substitute this value of m here as well as here, so we will get it in this form. Now first term we keep it as it is. Now we take derivative of the second term, that is u square into ddt of m. M is m naught upon under root of 1 minus u square by c square. So we use the rule of differentiation, m naught being the rest mass, it is constant, so we take m naught outside, and we take derivative of 1 upon under root or 1, or we can write it as 1 minus u square by c square raised to minus half. Now ddt of this is equal to derivative of this is minus 1 by 2 into 1 minus u square by c square raised to minus 3 by 2 into derivative of minus u square by c square is minus 2u by c square. So 2 will get cancelled, minus minus becomes plus, so it is u by c square into 1 upon 1 minus u square by c square raised to 3 by 2. So we have substituted that value here, and we have rewritten in this form. Now if I take out common m naught upon 1 minus u square by c square raised to 3 by 2, then you have to multiply and divide this first term by 1 minus u square by c square. So we have multiplied and divide, so you will find that this term, that is m naught upon 1 minus u square by c square raised to 3 by 2 into u du by dt is common, and after multiplying this term by 1 minus u square by c square in the numerator, we will get this plus. Now here this u square by c square will be remaining. So it is again plus u square by c square. So you will find that minus u square by c square and plus u square by c square will get cancelled. So that we will get here ddt of kinetic energy capital T as m naught upon 1 minus u square by c square raised to 3 by 2 into u du by dt. Now this is nothing but product rule, or we can say it is the ddt of m naught c square upon 1 minus u square by c square raised to 1 by 2. Now integrating with respect to time t, we can find out here kinetic energy capital T as m naught c square upon 1 minus u square by c square raised to half plus constant of integration we denoted by t naught. Now to denote we have to determine the constant of integration t naught, which is the kinetic energy at rest. So to determine T naught, applying the initial condition, that is at initially kinetic energy at rest, kinetic energy is 0, that is u equal to 0 when u is 0, t is 0. So we put these values here. So if I put t equal to 0 and u equal to 0, I will get here 0 equal to m naught c square plus t naught. So t naught will be minus m naught c square. So we will find here t naught as minus of m naught c square. Now we substitute this value of t naught here in equation number 2, so that we can get here kinetic energy capital T equal to m naught c square upon 1 minus u square by c square raised to half minus m naught c square. Now what is m naught upon under root of 1 minus u square by c square? It is nothing but relativistic mass, that is m. So it is mc square minus m naught c square. You will we can take out common c square, so it is t equal to m minus m naught into c square. Thus 3 can be rewritten in this form. Now again I denote this by equation number 4. Now in 3 again I solve the equation 3 taking this under root term in the numerator. So it is 1 minus u square by c square raised to minus half, and applying the binomial expansion for this, I will get these terms. Now here you can find that m naught c square and minus m naught c square, for this first term and this last term will get cancelled and remaining term will remain as it is. Again, as u is very smaller than c, because u is the velocity of the particle and c is the velocity of the light, and it is in relativity u is less or very smaller than c, otherwise it will become imaginary case, and therefore u is less very smaller than c. So it gives me m naught u square. Remaining terms we assume it approaches to 0. As we increase this ratio, that becomes tending to 0. Now this is the formula for the kinetic energy, that is T equal to m naught u square in kinematics. Now from 3, that is from this, we observe that T tends to infinity as u tends to c. Hence an infinite amount of work has to be done, because T is the energy utilized in doing work. So infinite amount of work has to be done to accelerate the particle to attain the velocity of light, that is c. As u tends to c, t tends to infinity, it means this. Now thus in relativity, the velocity of light, that is c, plays a role of limiting velocity. Now we define capital E is equal to kinetic energy plus energy at rest, that is m naught c square. So E equal to T plus m naught c square. But what is T in from? In from 4 we have T is mc square minus m naught c square. So we put these values, you will find that minus m naught c square plus m naught c square will get cancelled, and thus we obtain the mass energy equivalence relation, that is E equal to mc square, which is a very important relation, and for this relation only Einstein got the Nobel Prize. So Albert Einstein had received the Nobel Prize in relativity, not in that, not for the special or general theory of relativity, but for the expression, that is equivalence of mass and energy, that is E equal to mc square. Thus the quantity, where the quantity m naught c square is called as the rest mass energy of the free particle, and the quantity E is called as the total energy of the free particle. So this is one of the important article, and as this is very lengthy and it consumes lot of time, so I have explained it on the paper. Still, if you find any kind of difficulties while preparing this article, you can call me. You have my mobile number and WhatsApp number also. and you can solve the difficulty. So thank you for watching this video. If you have any difficulty, you can contact me. Thank you.